Chapter 3: The Trauma Child Identity and How Our Reset Model Rewrites It. Why the child you once were still runs your adult life, and how the reset method liberates it. 1. The trauma child, a frozen identity, not a memory. Most people believe their trauma is in the past. Our reset model reveals something far more accurate. Trauma is not a past event, it is a child identity frozen in time, still living inside the present-day self. This identity was formed without stability, paternal function. Without emotional safety, maternal function. While carrying adult responsibilities too early, parentification. The trauma child is not you, it is a younger neural network stuck in a state of hypervigilance. Fear. Overwhelm. Guilt. Shame. Responsibility. Emotional merging. Disorientation. Confusion. Unmet needs. Emotional arrest. This identity becomes the unconscious operator of adult life. 2. How the trauma child forms, the 3 internal collapses. Our reset model identifies 3 internal systems that determine how identity matures. 1. Stability system, paternal function, safety through structure, boundaries, protection. 2. Safety system, maternal function, safety through connection, co-regulation, soothing. 3. Identity system, child self, emerging selfhood, autonomy, differentiation. Trauma occurs when the stability system fails, absent/unstable father, the safety system collapses or overloads, overwhelmed mother, the identity system freezes, child becomes the adult. This creates the trauma child identity, which has 2 features. 1. Psychological arrest, the emotional system stops developing. 2. Temporal displacement, the emotional system continues operating as if the past is happening now. This explains why old wounds feel fresh, adults react childishly under stress, boundaries collapse in relationships, panic and shame appear out of nowhere, the world feels unsafe, emotional needs feel overwhelming. The trauma child runs the show, although seemingly in an adult appearance. 3. The trauma child shows up in adult life as emotional time travel. When something triggers the old pattern, the adult is replaced by the 5-year-old who was never protected, the 7-year-old who soothed the mother, the 10-year-old who kept peace, the 12-year-old who learned to shrink, the 14-year-old who became invisible. This explains why adults suddenly cry uncontrollably, panic without reason, collapse in shame, rage disproportionately, feel abandoned, overreact, underreact, lose their voice, lose access to calm adult thinking. The trauma child hijacks the adult nervous system. Our reset model explains why the trauma child isn't emotional, it's chronological. You are literally regressing into the version of you that lived the trauma back then. The past is not remembered. It is relived through the trapped identity. A memory reactivated and charged by current circumstances. 4. Why the trauma child cannot grow up, the 2 missing parents, a child becomes stuck when these 2 conditions exist. 1. The stability system, father, is missing. No boundaries, no protection, no direction, no authority, no structure. And 2. The safety system, mother, is overwhelmed. No emotional availability, no co-regulation, no attunement, no warmth, no containment. This forces the child to take on adult roles: emotional caretaker, mother role, stability manager, father role. But the child cannot be father, mother, and child. So the real child self goes into suspended identity animation. This is the trauma child identity. This is the double parentification trap we described in previous videos. It will remain frozen until the internal architecture is restored. 5. Why modern therapy often strengthens the trauma child instead of releasing it. Most therapeutic modalities focus on inner child nurturing, emotional expression, empathy, compassion, mothering the wounded child. This strengthens the safety system, the mother field, but neglects the missing stability system, the father field. Without this stability, emotional safety is not established and hence, the inner child cannot leave. The inner child cannot mature. The inner child cannot trust safety. The inner child continues seeking protection. The inner child stays fused to the wounded adult and parental identity, which blocks becoming the healthy and autonomous adult themselves. The reset model identifies the blind spot. The trauma inner child cannot leave until stability is restored. Without a stable internal father, the unsafe internal mother cannot let go, and the child remains trapped in trauma. 6. Reset's breakthrough, rewriting the trauma child's narrative structure. Our reset model resolves the trauma child identity through 3 surgical interventions. Step 1. Rebuild the stability system. Internal father field. The adult self is guided to embody calm authority, clear boundaries, emotional containment, protection, direction, grounded leadership, decision making. This sends the message to the traumatized inner child or trauma memory. You're safe now. I can handle life. You don't need to protect us anymore. This is the missing internal father the child never had in the past. When stability appears, the trauma child stops being responsible for survival. Step 2. Soften and regulate the safety system, internal mother field. Once stability exists, overwhelm decreases. Emotional hypervigilance drops. The nervous system relaxes. Compassion becomes possible. Emotional dependency dissolves. The need to cling disappears. The pressure for the unstable mother to compensate the lack of emotional safety through overburdening her masculine energy, through attempting to create practical safety through proving, providing, fixing, self-sacrificing, diminishes. This is the missing internal mother who can now return to emotional safety. When safety returns, the trauma child stops being the emotional caretaker. Step 3. Release the trauma child and rebuild the adult identity. The child is guided out of the traumatic environment, into connection with the adult self, into merging with present identity, into emotional rest, into closure. This creates memory reconsolidation, emotional deactivation, boundary restoration, identity rebirth, narrative restructuring, adult self-coherence. This is the identity transition in reset. The trauma child finally grows up because stability is present, safety is present, the adult is finally in charge. For the first time ever, the trauma loop ends. Right here in the now. 7. The adult identity after reset. A person who has completed his or hers reset no longer operates from fear, guilt, hypervigilance, emotional merging, rescuing, collapsing, overfunctioning, shame, abandonment panic, conflict avoidance. Instead, they embody emotional neutrality, inner boundaries, stable selfhood, appropriate responsibility, authentic connection, regulation under stress, adult autonomy, secure attachment, emotional independence, freedom from parentification role. In short, reset transforms a parentified child into a functional adult. This is not coping. This is identity rebirth. 8. Conclusion. The trauma child isn't who you are, it's who you had to become. Reset reveals the core truth: the trauma child identity is adaptive, not authentic. It was formed to survive instability and overwhelm. It does not belong in adult life. It cannot be fixed, only released. It is the past frozen in the present. Reset frees the adult self from carrying the emotional weight of a child who was never allowed to grow. When the trauma child is released, the nervous system changes. Relationships change. Identity changes. Life changes. This is the beginning of true adulthood. And this is the heart of our reset method.